Hello! Has this week felt to you like that old movie, The Groundhog's Day? Every morning is the same start with the same weather, and it's been so cold. Let's call today's Teri Talk message a public district announcement, a public service announcement, if you will. I thought perhaps you were wondering what goes into making the decision whether to call a cold day or a snow day. And I thought that it might be important first to outline the sources of what I look at when this decision's made. First of all, it's all about safety. That's number one. I also take a real close look at the NOAA weather report, which I have up here. I get those reports twice a day, and they're usually the most up-to-date and accurate information out there. However, the Northwoods have proved to be a cold pocket in this reporting the last few days. And last night we were expecting 15 below and woke up to 28 below. So they're not always right on either. I really look at our situation on busing. Our families rely heavily on busing. And our buses do pretty well to about that magic number of minus 22 degrees. That's when there's a problem with the buses fuel starting to potentially gel, and that has a big bearing on what I'm thinking about. We can start off with the bus running well, and if they start to have a problem, they're going to lose speed and the miles they make, and pretty soon, 55 miles an hour goes down to 35 or 40. If your child is standing out there by the bus stop and it's 5 or 10 or 15 minutes late, that's when I really have a concern about the possibility of frostbite or other weather-related issues that can come to be. We have wonderful independent bus drivers who take care of us. They are so good to our families, and I do rely heavily on their feedback. We don't have the fortune of a bus barn that's heated like some of the bigger districts or some of the other companies. And we also don't have a fleet of buses sitting to back us up. If we go down, we have to rely on each other to get us back to school. Local weather reports are good. Channel 12 is kind of my go-to resource, but if you've noticed, it'll say the temperature in Rhinelander is 10 below or 12 below, and then I look at my thermometer at home and I'm at 25 below. I call Mr. Wellhofer, or he calls me, and he's got 28 below in Phelps. So we do a lot of checking among the different staff members, administrators within the district. I wanted you to also know that I do consult with the other superintendents in our area, but I make the decision based on Three Lakes, the needs of Three Lakes. So you may see that we are going to be closed or delayed where others may not be. That's just a decision I'm going to make specific to us. I fear the extreme cold a lot more than I do snow. I go to the old saying in Wisconsin, northern Wisconsin, we're a hardy folk. I'm not afraid of the depth of snow. It's that extreme cold that really worries me. And also that freezing rain that can make roads real treacherous. Road conditions are always a factor, but again, I can make a call to our local snowplow drivers in the town, or I can check with the sheriff's department and get that information pretty easily. I just don't want to sound like a nervous Nelly, but that's what I'm going to call myself. Transporting our students, your students, to school safely is my number one priority. That is my job, and I take that very seriously. On a personal note, I just want to share that about 45 years ago, wow, I can't believe I'm saying 45 years ago, I was that junior high student who dressed for cuteness rather than for warmth, and where I wanted to make sure I had the waist cut off skidoo ski jacket and the really cute boots, and no way was I going to put on a hat and mess up my hair. My brother, on the other hand, was resembling that child in A Christmas Story that could hardly move because he had so many layers on. He didn't care, but he didn't get cold. Mom and I had a lot of words about what I should do, and to appease her, I'd zip up that coat, and yeah, when I was out the door, cuteness prevailed. So I just want to share that with you, that we do all we can to keep our kids safe, but I know that we can't be with them every moment of their day, and that's where I want to step up our responsibility and assure you we're doing what is important to keep everybody safe. I know this makes for an inconvenience in your morning. I am very well aware that when the routine is disrupted, when the work schedule is disrupted, it makes a hard wrench being thrown into the day. But again, I want to thank you for the overwhelming positive support that we've received here at the district and your continued understanding. All I want to say now is think spring. Thank you, everybody. It's been good to talk.